The article I chose was published by Law Street Media on June 3rd, 2020. The article details how photographer Rebecca Walsh sued Town Square Media for copyright infringement by using her copyrighted photograph without a license. In 2018, Walsh had photographed the famous rapper Cardi B at a Tom Ford fashion show in New York and made the photograph available to license through Getty Images. A few days after the show, Town Square Media ran an article about Tom Ford and Cardi B's collaboration, in which Walsh Images was used. Walsh claimed that Town Square expropriated the photograph and used it without a license. Town Square claimed fair use. Chapter 11, Intellectual Property, goes into depth about copyright, infringement, and fair use. Copyright is the exclusive legal right for the originator to print, publish, perform, film, or record literary, artistic, or musical material, and give authorization for others to do the same. Once a copyright expires, the material enters the public domain. However, Town Square had used Walsh photos only a few days after licensing it with Getty Images, which would have not been anywhere near the public domain. To determine the outcome of the case, the court relied on the Copyright Act and the doctrine of fair use. Fair use can be claimed when the purpose and character of the use, the nature of the work, the amount and sustainability of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole, and the effect of the use upon the potential market or for value of the copyrighted work. A defendant can defend themselves against a claim by proving that they made fair use of the copyrighted material. The court agreed that news reporting can constitute fair use, but it does not always guarantee fair use. The images Town Square used were not from Getty Images, but embedded from Instagram, one including a compilation of images where Walsh's photograph was located. The court said that because the photograph did not appear on its own, but as a part of the post alongside text and other images, it is implausible that the defendant's use of the image could compete with the plaintiff's business or affect the market value of her work, and concluded that Town Square's use of the photograph was indeed fair use. Fair use is the most common defense against copyright claims, and I would have also relied on it if a copyright claim was made against me. It's always safer to try to avoid copyright claims and source images from distributors such as Getty Images and other, similar distributors. However, it's not always possible. Even if you are sure that you didn't really do anything to be copyrighted, it's always possible that something snuck by and a claim can be made. Fair use is one of the only ways to defend yourself against copyright, and I would have just tried to claim that if I had a copyright made against me.